of the day. News is over. Time to do this thing we call lunch. Quiet on the set, boys and girls. Quiet.
Boobs. You're killing me, Smalls.
$5.
Welcome to lunch, check and last.
For your viewing and listening pleasure.
They can't read at all.
I don't know how easy it is to discern between that.
Welcome to lunch, check and last.
Where the hell are they coming up with this crap?
Where nobody knows what the hell is going on.
The time sink is real.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm doing nothing but standing on the line. You know, I should be doing something.
I stand around for hours at a time.
Oh God, I can't tell you how many hours a day I'm just standing on the line. I'm doing nothing but standing on the line.
Yeah.
You're all using some kind of jargon that me no understand. I have to gently blow a ball
Into a warm, fuzzy hole.
That's right.
Yeah.
Welcome to lunch, check and last.
For your viewing and listening pleasure.
They can't read at all.
I don't know how easy it is to discern between that.
Welcome to lunch, check and last.
Where the hell are they coming up with this crap?
Where nobody knows what the hell is going on.
Yeah. I blame last.
It's all Laz's fault.
That's right. It's all Laz's fault. Hold on, this ain't my fault. None of this.
Yeah, it's your fault.
I ain't got nothing. Yeah, ain't my problem. Welcome to the show today, boys and girls. It is Monday, July 9th, 2018 here inside Shroud of the Avatar. How's everybody doing out there today? Hope you've all had a productive weekend, and depending on if you were one of them people who celebrated the 4th of July holiday this weekend instead of last weekend, or continued the celebration throughout the week, whatever it may have been, welcome. We continue supposedly today with double XP. Has anybody seen any confirmation on that? I know it's
but
supposed
it
to
would
be
have to get
happening.
off the lot.
I know. Yeah, well, that's hard to do. You know what happens when I leave the lot, right?
You do know that you can just go craft something and then see if you can get double
I-
XP.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe if the numbers were consistent on that, I might be able to tell. But from craft to craft to craft, I can't. Oracle just gave Econdis 1,000 experience. Thank you, Econdis, as always, to double check that.
Say it again.
Oracle gave 1,000 XP, so double XP is still active.
Yes,
there you go.
actually active. So for those of you folks not in the know, not following the news, or just finding out about us and the news for the first time, Chris posted last week before Friday's telethon on Thursday that for as many shares as his post on the live stream got, every 25 shares, they'd add an extra day of free experience, double experience this week. So last I saw it was at 91 during the actual live stream. So I know we got at least through Wednesday. I don't know if we got any more than that or not. Did you
Well,
confirm?
there's so much that we don't know that's going on. It's amazing.
Well, yeah, that's enough to wobble the mind, as Kelly Bundy would
Well,
say.
I don't think it wobbles anything.
Yeah, well, it wobbles a lot of fucking things, but that's beside the point. But we got all sorts of interesting news. We got all sorts of updates. We've got all sorts of craziness. The forums are abuzz, and I don't know whether it's good buzz, bad buzz, indifferent buzz, but we'll let you guys and gals be, of course, the judge of that, as always. And of course, we'll put our 2 cents in. At least I know I'm going to throw mine in. I don't know about this guy over here. He was out at the ranch all weekend. Look at that sunburn, man. Look at that fucking dome of yours,
What?
man. Your face
What?
like matches.
I was wearing a
your-
hat, man.
Yeah, your face and head matches your shirt on screen today, brother. I tell you what.
I think that's actually the lighting. I don't think that's actually burned.
I think it's a combination
it's
of the above. Because you never had
I
that
think
kind
that's
of.
really.
Yeah.
I think it's really just lighting today
You think
because
your
it's
shirt
raining
giving that
here.
reflection? I don't know. I wear a red
Yeah.
shirt every single day, and you never see that happen here. So I doubt it's the
Yeah,
shirt. Yeah, but anyway.
I think you're just hallucinating.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I don't know. The tape don't lie. Yeah, don't go doing that. You're gonna dick with the whole thing to try and fix something that's out of your control anyway, and you're gonna screw up.
There,
the
now I'm
screen.
blue.
Yeah, now you're
Now I'm. I don't
You're
know.
nothing. I don't know why you bother playing with that stuff.
You go.
Ain't gonna make you look any prettier. That's for sure.
Well, you know, if I
And
really
now
want
you
to make
look like
myself,
a 12-year-old boy, just that doesn't help anymore.
hey, if I want to make myself look prettier, I'll just like turn everything off. And
you do have just an off button. You could have just done that instead of dicking with all
Y-
your
y-
settings.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we got enough people out there dicking with
Yeah.
settings. We don't need you messing up
Well,
settings either.
oh, you mean like yourself?
Me? Everything's working fine on this end,
Today
Now.
it is.
You start cutting out again.
Sociopathic lemur, I tell you. I'm glad you said it.
What do you say? That's.
Yeah, that's right. Make them smile some more.
You need to join. You need to join Discord and go click the link that I just posted, because that's the NSF version. I posted the Safe for Work version on my Facebook. Someone responded with censored.
Censored, that's right.
Here's the uncensored version.
Anyway,
Oh,
moving right
yeah.
along, lots and lots of interesting stuff out there
jeez.
happening.
Yeah.
We had the live stream on Friday, and of course,
Yeah, this is the weirdest.
updated
It-
Avatar 287 also came out on Friday.
Wait. But listen, this was the weirdest live stream that I've been a part of.
You
So
weren't
it's
even
like-
part of it, so is that what made
So-
it so weird?
Well, no, it was one where it's like, for a couple of years,
They even laid your ass off.
for a couple of years, I have been saying, hey, come sit down with me for 5 minutes. I'll show you how to do this yourself.
And I will educate you.
And then it's
That's
so that way you can do the transitions, you can do everything. It's like you get everybody that's going to be on stream all sitting there fucking around with this, and everybody will be trained enough. I mean, because
Trained?
trained, it has to be in
Trained?
air quotes because
Trained?
it's not really training because there's no professionalism involved whatsoever. I mean, streaming is so difficult that Laz can do it.
I know. It's
I know. So
tough.
You
work.
remember our initial conversations about like streaming and everything else, and how the tech
You mean
involved and how we went
actually
through. Yeah.
watch other people play video games on
Yeah.
the internet? That conversation?
So, like, right after I get there, it's like they've got everything set up. They've got the Twitch chat up on the big TV that's in their conference room, and then it's like, okay, so guess
They're all
what's going
set.
on? Yeah. Other than like the control monitor, it's like, and then Star's like, yeah, we're not going to do that today. It's like, okay, cool. And it's like, did you already check everything? Did you check all your transitions? Did you check to make sure everything's there? And it's like, the answer is no. so got that all done.
Transition.
And then
What transition?
then he's like, well, the only computer we can stream from is this one. It's like, well, this one's still logged into Twitch right now, so it's like you can like reset the account email as well as the password, and that way you can do it from whatever computers y'all need to. And it's like, oh, but they did actually have two-factor authentication for the password reset, but changing the email address went through without the two-factor authentication. So, but they've gotten that. Barrick did actually come into the office at some point in time.
Barrick.
Oh, there's a part two.
Part 2 of what?
Well, someone's commenting on my Facebook post.
Oh. I haven't even looked at Facebook.
you kind of want to, not want to. It's pretty fucking funny.
Let's take a quick look at it.
No, don't do it on stream. It will get you banned really quickly.
Ooh.
It is not safe for work, okay?
Is
Not
that
safe for work.
Is
at
that
all.
out at the ranch?
I wish it was. But you have to like just keep on streaming, scrolling through that entire thread to pay attention to what's going on. But
I don't
you
know,
do
it's
have.
pretty obvious to me.
But so we got that taken care of. Then it's like, okay, so after we go live, then we have to click on start recording. It's like Twitch archives the shit automatically. You don't have to do that. You just have to go into your video manager and then export it straight to your YouTube because it's already connected. And it's like, I've been saying this for a couple of years and no one wanted to listen to me. It's like, oh. Yeah, so from there, if y'all paid attention after the stream, that everything came back up. As far as the YouTube export was done like 45 minutes after the stream was over. There's a reason they clicked the export.
There's a
That-
copy on
yeah.
Twitch the minute you finished. I don't even know why they even got to bother with the upload to YouTube anymore.
Well, it's because
For
some people
prosperity,
don't.
Because
Yeah.
Twitch don't keep it forever.
Yeah,
Twitch
but
don't keep it forever. That's why.
but the other thing is, so during the streamathon,
So
majority
was
of the
up
people
with
that came to help did absolutely nothing. We just sat in the lobby
hallway?
and just sat there shooting the shit for almost the entire stream. So if you asked what occurred during the streamathon, I have no idea. I was talking to other people.
Well, I tell you what, there wasn't much to say about the. I was going to say what was with the Antique Roadshow, but I guess you don't know what was up at that either, do you?
Well, I mean, there was a little bit of conversation. I do know that painting was provided by Nod something or other, and they were just having a fun with it and doing the Antique Roadshow kind of thing. I thought they were going to do it at the end, but apparently they did it at the beginning.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it was a painting that was provided to Portalarium. It is an oil on canvas, and so they were actually trying to have some fun with it, and that was Lord British's idea for the Antique Roadshow edition, and I did witness a part of that because the door was open, and that was actually kind of funny. So yeah, that Antique Roadshow introduction was kind of funny.
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
Yeah, and threw off the whole pace because I saw that pop up and I went, "What the fuck?" And I
Well, they
went,
started early.
and then
They did.
And yeah, I know because I was outside the room when all of a sudden I heard chatter going on a live stream that wasn't supposed to start for several minutes yet, and then all of a sudden my monitors going off, going, bup, 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 and I'm like, oh, whoa, whoa, what's going on?
Hey, just because it threw you off doesn't mean anything. I mean, you can go watch that back in repeats. You
Well,
can always
again, I wanted to
scroll
hear
back.
what they had to say right up front, so I'm off in the kitchen making dinner. You know, I got the stream up, so
Yeah.
when it kicks on, I can come in. And, of course, I stopped what I was doing to come in and hear what they had to say, only to find out it wasn't what I was waiting for, okay? It wasn't anything.
Yeah, it was almost impromptu, except for the fact that Lord British did tweet out they're going live 5 minutes early.
Oh, see, didn't get that because my phone was in here while I was making dinner.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Well, I mean, the real question, like, majority of people don't have a Twitter account.
So, since you were not part of all that,
Nor in the room for 99.9%
you
of
really
it.
have no information as to all this stuff that I shared and posted there. So this will be your first time actually seeing all this stuff, then, will it?
Yes, I mean, because like right after the telethon, went to dinner with Scotty. Lord British was there as well for a few minutes, and he told us about pooping in space. And then he left before we placed our dinner order. Well, I mean, it was a bunch of people that had never heard the story before. Then
always a new audience for that story.
Pooping in space.
And it never seems to
gotta
get
adjust your
old.
technique.
Hashtag space poop. That's right.
Yeah, it is pretty damn funny.
If you knew what you had to do to control the toilet on the space station,
yeah, and then right after that, went out to the ranch and didn't come back until 10 o'clock last night.
Yes, you were on your way home last night.
Yeah, so I was out at the ranch all weekend doing things. And
doing things. All right. Well, anyway, for starters, I've got a couple of queued up segments that I put down there in Discord today. And I believe we should play the first couple minutes of at least the first one so everybody understands what we're dealing with here. And those are the features for episode 2. What they have as the top of the list feature set.
Hold on, I got a copy link and then open that up.
Yeah,
and,
well, so do I. I gotta.
Yeah. Okay, so this is. I am ready for whenever you are.
Yep. Hold on. Let's get this full screen up here. And let's hit play, and we'll let this go for about 3 or 4 minutes here. I'll cut in when we're ready. Ready? 3, 2, 1, play.
Or do you want to start with features?
Let's start with features.
All right.
Features. Big features.
So we've got basically 2 groups of features. We've got the features that we're going to definitely work on for episode 2, and then we've got some stretch goals. So the features that we're definitely going to work on for episode 2 are item affinity, which means as you use gear, it's going to basically level up. So and get so the idea is like you use a sword to kill dragons, and if you kill enough dragons with the sword will get +5 to dragons and get a title, Dragon Slayer. So that's one of the
Crusher.
Yeah.
Stars
Yeah,
really.
and I mean that's a feature we've talked about for a long time because we've all loved it, and it's one of those things players have requested, and it feels unique and makes you even more attached to a lot of you. Yeah, really excited about that, and we will nail down the bonuses. That's the other thing. Not
impressed.
There'll be a lot of specific, like you can really get that dragon slaying sword type stuff. We will be working heavily on the balance.
Yeah. And there'll probably be some, to keep it balanced, there'll probably be some give and take of that. Of like,
definitely have to use a code of
and things like that. But it's definitely item affinity.
And caffeine,
it might affect,
it does.
ability or something like that. We're not sure yet. So we haven't gone into details of the design, but
Your undead
item
slaying
affinity
weapon is
and the ability to
completely
get
useless.
basically titles and special bonuses related to how you. But we
Not
definitely
necessarily.
it's definitely going to be
We'll
tied
talk
to
about
how
that.
you
We'll talk
use the
about
weapon or your armor or your shield or whatever. The other thing is deco spawners and deco traps. So these are items that you can both craft or acquire through questing or acquire through the store. All three. That will be things like a tomb that spawns skeletons, or spider eggs that spawn spiders, or flame traps, or things like that that you can basically build your own dungeon inside your basement.
Inside your PvP basement.
Yeah. So you can't it would have to. That's one of the design constraints we've got to work around is like how we're going to
You're
do
inside
it.
your
Like,
PvP
one of the things
basement.
we discussed is maybe it has to be a PvP basement, or it has to be a
PvP.
warning that you get in it. So
PvP
you can't
basement.
we got to make it so you can't grief other players by putting throwing down.
I spawn spider. I build a house next door to your house, and I spawn spiders that wander out of my yard into your
I
yard.
don't know. The one we were talking about was like, have your vendor and set him back on your lot, and then you walk to get the vendor and go,
Yeah.
Traps
Your vendor is surrounded by flame traps and spider eggs. So there'll be some constraints about how it works. But definitely we want to, and that's going to be part of just a larger effort to put more tools in the hands of players and sandbox and creativity.
Because, and if I can just stop for a moment just to talk too about the long-term objective of this. You all are already doing amazing things with the
We can
incredibly
pause it
limited
here,
tools you have in contrast to
because
the
it takes
designers
them
have.
quite some time to get to the next items. But anyway, the features for episode 2 include item affinity and titles, deco spawners and traps, including better container settings, NPC pets and pet leveling, a complete rewrite of the quest and journal system and architecture. What do we spend the last 5 years on? Hello?
Well, I thought the complete rewrite of the quest and journal system was going on right now, though.
Again, this is all listed in this features for episode 2 segment. And then they finish off with treasure maps and an in-game achievement system with titles. And that's it.
The only thing that I like
feature set for episode 2. End of story.
The thing that I would only be looking forward to is actually the treasure map system.
Again, that's all that's in the feature set for episode 2, according to the information we have at this time.
Well, I mean, essentially what's happened is they've taken the 2-year plan and they have taken a match or a lighter to it.
But then we get to the next clip.
They have taken a lighter and they've said, burn it down because it is no longer relevant.
But then we get to the next clip of things we'd like to do, and specifically says it's outside of the scope. You want to get this next one?
Yeah, I am queuing it up right now, and
You want to put a link in Discord this time?
they're in Discord already. Both of them are
it is in Discord. Scroll up.
Scroll up where?
Scroll up to where features for episode 2 link are, and the 2 videos that I posted directly underneath
So you
those
see
features
the
for
girl
episode 2.
smiling?
Keep going.
Scroll up past Captain Kirk and Spock, past that other picture, then scroll up a little bit more, and then you'll find some Twitch links.
And either one of these will allow you to watch.
But if you get stuck on the girls, I completely understand.
Yes, if you get stuck on the girls, we'll understand. You can go back and watch this later. So the second one goes into, and this is a jump later, and this starts off things we would like to do.
Listed in Discord.
And I'm just going to let you all hear this for yourself, and then we will continue the rest of the week's discussions after this. So let's get this. However
3,
long.
2, 1, play.
I want to start with features.
Let's start with features.
All right.
Features. Big features.
So-
Yay.
So we've got basically two groups of features. We've got the features that we're going to definitely work on for episode 2, and then we've got some stretch goals. So the features that we're definitely going to work on for episode 2.
For some reason it did the same thing for me. It didn't jump to the new video. Sorry.
Whoopsie.
Episode 2. Then we have some ones that we'd like to do on top of that, but they're kind of currently outside scope, so we've mapped them out as stretch goals. And so we resurrected an old idea and brought it back, which is our stretch goal store, which we launched today. And we have 4 stretch goals that we'd like to do for episode 2 that are mounts, so the ability to ride horses and possibly other mounts.
Instead of coconuts.
Yeah, instead of coconuts. And so flexible lot placement. So right now, when you go and put a house on a lot, the house is in a fixed location, and that's mainly done for a lot pathfinding optimization. But we'd like to be able to give you guys the ability to have your house be in any location on the lot, but that means real-time stitching of the pathfinding. And so that's not a small task because it affects a lot of things. But we want to be able to do that so so that's going to be another stretch goal. Another stretch goal would be a playable race, a new playable race, elves, to allow you guys to play elves, playable race, and then the fourth one would be pack animals. So this would be a pet, basically that allows you to have extra storage. So and mounts. If we did mounts, it wouldn't just be the mounts would be also ones that you could tame in the game.
So I'm sure you're really past me here at this point. So we're just going to stop that because these 4 stretch goals outside of the scope. Now I don't know about
outside the scope. Well, and it's 4 of the original 5 stretch goals.
Well, we're going to build on that. We haven't even touched the subscription yet, and we'll get to that in a minute because I gave you a link to the picture in there that we're going to show to everybody. Well, let's get that out of the way. Do you have that picture?
Well, I got distracted with the picture that I started. But before we do that, it's like we actually talked about this last night while I was driving home.
We did,
and
absolutely.
We did talk about this. So go ahead and bring up that link that I brought up real quick.
Which link was it? I got so many.
the one I just posted inside of Discord.
Okay.
And this is a horse rider animation.
Oh yeah, well don't even get me started about the half dozen available, readily usable.
And since they are using it's like, hey, this one has 16 animations already: jump, idle, attack, walk back, trot, gallop,
even better ones than this.
I mean,
I did a cursory look. I wasn't even going to go down this path yet because. Well, since you're there, one of the things I think we've all heard, we'd love to add mounts. We want to add mounts. Well, you know what? There's so many assets available. I know they're going to have to pull from something like that without starting from scratch, especially with this very small art department right now. Again, I don't think it's ever something we're going to see. Again, we put this as a stretch goal. The first round, we raised $12 million, okay, plus for this whole game. And this stretch goal, if you want to look at it in the scope of things, was only a minuscule $250,000 that never got funded. It got less than $30,000 worth of funding the first time around when we raised an astonishing $12 million. So at this point, $250,000 a second time around asking for mounts, I think, is totally ludicrous to begin with, especially when we know how many assets are available out there, readily available. And, this is something that, I think many of us assume that because it was a stretch goal in episode 1, and again, probably our mistake for making an assumption, that it would be in the scope of episode 2, but
Yeah.
apparently not, according to the developers.
The funny thing is, the things that didn't make the stretch goals for episode 1 were supposed to be pushed back for inclusion in episode 2. That was in the 2-year plan.
Understanding that
that was part of the 2-year plan that just got burnt.
Funded for episode 1, and if not in episode 1, then those stretch goals would become reality in episode 2. Abso-fucking-lutely what I understood. And this is what I believe lots of other people understood. But now it's outside of scope again. I do not understand that, okay? So let me just make that perfectly clear. I do not understand that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Sater says that his game, that is Zangweird, has the ability for any Unity humanoid model to ride mounts. It's a $100 Unity asset and works perfectly.
Yeah. And again, we know there's plenty of them out there. So, again, a $250,000 stretch goal. I don't get it. And again, I'm probably never going to get it at this point because I paid towards that initial stretch goal. Hey,
I paid multiple times.
I have the original pack animals. I have all the whole horse package from the first round. I donated towards flexible. I've donated towards all those first round. And of course, I expected, since they weren't made, that when what we were told, they would come eventually.
I did it multiple times.
Yeah, apparently not.
Then I sold it all.
Yeah, well, it paid your rent when you needed it to help. So,
yeah, it paid rent when I needed it. So yes, I will sell game assets to pay rent.
Yeah, listen, I tell you what is, and this has never been anything I don't think anybody understood. Well, I have loads of assets and I love them all. Everything's got a price, and believe me, you make me a good enough offer, it's for sale. Even something I don't want to sell, it's for sale if you put the right price on it. So everything's for sale. We know that. Speaking of sales, ShroudMarketplace.com. I tell you what, love that place.
Oh yeah, someone actually messaged me over the weekend. I responded last night after I got home that they wanted to sell all of their. I can't remember how many accounts it was off the top of my head, 5 or 7 accounts, and they wanted to sell it as bundles. I had to respond to them and say, you know what? If you really want to get the value back from those accounts, strip them and sell off the stuff individually. Piecemeal that system.
As a second note, I don't believe the marketplace is in the habit of buying other people's stuff.
Well, no. They messaged me.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, but yeah. But like you can register as a vendor and put your stuff up for sale at any point in time. And if you want to do it as, hey, here's a bundle for all these things, put a price on it. I mean, it's something that's well within the possibility, and someone might come by and buy it.
Gaming, can you? I know 30-second delay, but why are you excited about these stretch goals? Please enlighten me. I'd love to hear somebody else's. No, custom Avatar head is not a stretch goal because they promised that to us Dukes and then they fucked us on it. So no, that's never going to be a stretch goal.
You could do it within Unity. Just do the sliders on the face. And
so I'm just curious.
Well, you can already kind of do it already.
About that. Oh, okay.
And hey, Envy.
So yeah, you know, what are you goading me for on that, you bastard?
And Envy's not excited in the slightest. He's like, he's like most people and just face palming right now.
Yeah.
And part of it is, I think that they seriously messed up, and although they couldn't afford it, they should have kept a couple of the artists on hand, because those artists are your actual revenue stream.
I'm gonna drop. Really I was gonna say, those pet dances and all those new emotes and all those new shoes.
That's your revenue stream.
Items.
Yeah.
People like those new shiny items. And again, whether you're going to reskin them, let's talk about the telethon this week. Lord British's birthday bash. And I got this up here. I'm sure you probably got it tagged someplace. Updated the Avatar, number 287. Again, a lot of news to cover. We're not going to get even a fraction of it in today, but we're going to cover this throughout the week and keep you updated as to what's going on. And we'll have open dialogue on this discussion, unlike some places where...
the forums? Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, I'm getting reports of people who are telling me that they can't post because they're moderated, so they got to wait.
They're pre-moderated.
Pre-moderated. They're not even getting moderated once they say something. They're pre-moderated. They can't post until it looked at by a mod. And there's a handful of these people apparently out there now. And, if you're not going to listen to the feedback, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot the second time. Let the discussion flow. Listen to what the people are saying. Muting and hiding those discussions from the public because you don't want to hear them is not helping the cause, folks. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so we do
help.
The update of the Avatar number 287. We already talked about the episode 2 stretch goals.
Yeah, we're gonna jump
we're skipping right past that. We've got the rewards program because Laz has an extra special image related to this Shroud of the Avatar rewards program.
Yes, let's talk about this rewards program. We have a picture over here, and first off, now I want you to click on the rewards program link there. Can you do that for me? We're going to open that in a new, because you're going to love this. Just follow along. Click on that link, and you're going to see the current little icon for the program, which is the Shroud of the Avatar rewards program. And then when you click on that link, it opens up another browser and shows us this page, which is what the monthly recurring is. Now, would you do a search for the word subscription on this page, please, and highlight the words with subscription?
The start subscription?
Yeah. Just do a search.
Well, you do realize that's also
subscription pops up on the page. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times the word subscription shows up on my page, at least. But it's not a subscription. Let me remind you that for some reason, and you know what? I'm tired of it, folks. I'm tired of it across the world. I'm tired of this bullshit, politically correct. Let's call it something to make it sound nice. Fuck you. It's a subscription. You said it on the live stream. You said you legally have to call it a subscription. So why don't we just legally call it a subscription? I don't know.
It is completely optional.
It's a subscription. I'm sorry.
Completely optional. Yeah. You do not have to subscribe. It is not mandatory to play the game.
Subscription. Okay. End of story. They legally have to call it a subscription. Optional or not, it's a subscription. Can we agree on that? Can we agree on that, people? Because legally, that's what it's got to be called. That's why it's... Oh, even better, let's go to the accounts page, because I didn't show that. On your accounts page, it's called a subscription. It's a subscription status, and you can click on Start Subscription. So why are we calling this a rewards program? I don't know. I just calling a spade here. That's all. That's all I'm pointing out. And I'm done with that rant.
Okay, you're done with that rant?
Yeah. If it's a subscription, call it a subscription. Optional or not, it's a fucking subscription. Call it what it is. Okay?
So
that's all I gotta say.
So the total live stream revenue for this month was 54,500.
Usually does pretty good when it comes to the live stream.
Hey, it's a good thing that
I was actually shocked.
You bought several of these.
We talked about this last night again on your way home, and I didn't have any confirmation that we even broke 50,000.
But we did reach 54,500. So
Llama Bomb, absolutely, brother, absolutely. You know, and not for nothing, they actually said this right in the live stream. You know, they have to by law call it that, but they refuse to call it that. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Politically correct or not,
they just need to turn around and call it an optional subscription.
You can call it whatever you want.
Just
you
put the word optional subscription.
Sunday gravy for all you want to call it. It's a fucking subscription. I'm sorry. Optional or not. Again, I had my say on it on Friday. Lord British was right here, and I got a lot of a lot of commentary on what I've had to say about this. And again, I'm making my piece and I'm getting out of it. I've had my say on how I felt about it on Friday. I'm making the statement that by their own accountability and their own words, it's a subscription. They have to legally call it that, and I'm just calling a spade at this point. That's all. Whether it's optional or not, none of my business. If you want it, you buy it, but I'm just calling it what it is. That's all. So anyway, done on that. Let's go to $54,000, $54,500.
I'm sorry to say, but it's like but sparklers and fireworks and a fireworks is not going to be a reward that actually wants people to actually donate. Then actually,
putting that leather helmet bow at $100K that people have been screaming that they want at $100K is not going to get you $100K.
Yeah, the cool rewards are way too high, but also you have to remember only one artist. By the
way, I got to say this for all you guys and gals selling those Sky Navy rewards, you all realize that you're still missing items, so you're selling those bundles minus items that still go with those bundles. So just for those, just for some information.
I haven't seen anybody selling.
I've seen them. They're out there.
Oh, but on the forums, but not on Shroud.
And again, I'm just giving you a heads up. If you're buying those bundles or you're selling those bundles, be careful because those bundles are not complete because
you're missing the R2D2.
And you're missing the crossbow and something else. At least two items are missing out of that bundle. So.
Yeah, you're missing the big trash can. But 54,500.
I was looking at why is it an offhand? Isn't this blue cylinder supposed to be an R2D2?
No, the blue cylinders are drinks.
Yeah.
You can go back and actually look at all this.
That's the blue milk.
See it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But 54,500. Very disappointing. I think it has something to do with you know what? Since you had that reduction in force,
Lord
and you
birthday
cut off
is usually a good 80,000 minimum, in historically,
They cut off both arms and kept the legs.
Wound.
Or did they cut off the legs and keep the arms?
It's only a flesh wound.
Yeah, because they obviously didn't cut off one of each. Because then they'd be able to hop around and stabilize themselves a little bit.
Now, I've already got a question for the next,
for the next little bit.
Next live stream. I've already got my 3 questions, and they're not going to like those 3 questions. But
well, we do have Chris taking over the marketing because Travian failed miserably.
Anyway, moving right along.
And then we're pretty much stuck. We're done. That's the update because that's it. The rest of it's the same stuff that keeps on coming up.
What's that?
Well, I mean, it's like NPC backer names. I mean, release 54 live stream missed questions.
Yeah, well, we saw some of those missed questions, and we were on those the other day. But again, those missed questions now take a back seat to Q3 info and what our projected outlook for episode 2 is. So,
yeah.
Now, again, there really wasn't a whole lot of other information in the weekend update that we haven't covered. The heraldry patterns for the cask, again, we've had that discussion. SodaCon, we'll tell you about SodaCon here in a couple of minutes. Actually, geez, I didn't realize we were that close to that anyway. So
you know what's really funny is a conversation that I had with someone else was for these stretch goals, you do it as, we're going to hire back an artist contractor. we're going to hire back a world builder as a contractor.
Yeah.
And do that as your stretch goals, and then so it's like if we reach so you have to include some existing operation stuff, and then you have to go with a little bit more.
A stretch goal to hire Gix back would probably go a lot longer way than a stretch
further
goal for a fucking horse. Just my 2 cents. You know what?
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna bring in a new artist. Yeah.
Well,
we got to train a new
new
artist to understand what the community likes, or do we want an artist who already gets us? But
Yeah, but I mean, that is something that I think would be a lot more successful. And caffeine, leaving it open for 2 weeks to catch everyone's payday, that would also be a good idea as well.
Quite interesting. But anyway, lots and lots of interesting stuff out there. We have plenty of links to all this information. I haven't even started to cover all the other conversation that's going on out there. I'm going to do this for everybody real quick so that you all have some food for thought and for later on after the show. And let me get back to this because I might have dropped it in there earlier, but we'll put it out there for everybody. This is a topic that's about 5 pages long. I sort of expected them to already put the kibosh on this one, but they haven't. So as long as it's still a viable topic, I'm going to invite you guys.
Oh, the stretch goal disappointments? Yes.
I'm going to invite you all to go out and read this. I've got commentary right off the top that is burning up the people really like my commentary. I wonder why.
I don't know.
Get on out there, read it, join in the conversation, and voice your opinion, because you know what, I really wasn't. I was underwhelmed by what episode 2 is gonna bring. That's what it really comes down to for this guy. Blue milk. I like that one. And we'll talk about it during the week. Again, there's a lot to talk about, a lot going on out there, and of course, fishing. I can think of at least 20 other things that need touching up before we even think about fishing.
Generalized crafting cleanup before fishing. I mean,
fishing is on those things of episode 1. Oh.
Hey man, that's going to be that's all those fishing issues.
We're too close.
Are going to be expanding in
episode
in
764 to finish
in Q3. Fishing is going to get an expansion where the rest of crafting is going to get the butt kiss because
Lum's chair. I don't know. He might have taken that with him.
Oh, wait, there is no suck it crafters.
Suck it crafters. We can make
Suck it tamers. Suck it miners.
There needs to be a suck it crafters.
But of course, again, double experience. How many of y'all knew you had it today? How many of y'all knew you have it tomorrow, and at least until Wednesday? Maybe we'll get an update somewhere out there. But you know what? The news is slacking. I tell you. I thought I'd never say these words, but it sort of makes you miss Barrett getting the announcements. Does anybody notice there's no MOTD? Is that just me, or am I just not seeing it?
Hold on.
I just want to check on that. No MOTD.
Yeah, no message of the day.
Okay. Well,
It's all
Llama
good.
Bomb, that's great. Post it on Facebook. How many people don't read Facebook? Maybe the official forums would be a place for that.
Facebook.
Well,
I don't think I've
the
seen
problem
that
is
announcement yet.
you can't rely on a single source for anything.
Well,
So you have
how
to
about the
target.
front
I mean, it's like
page update section.
Instagram as well for the generation that only uses Instagram, doesn't use Facebook. You have to do the Twitter for the social media fiends. You have to do you might as well do the Shroud of the Avatar Snapchat and
You heard about
occasionally
it in
snap out the junk
Discord of
pic.
all places.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I know.
Yeah.
But at this point, and I'm going to go do a refresh here just for giggles and grins to see.
Well,
if
I didn't see the 2-week post on Facebook, even though I've got Facebook and I'm reading
neither
it
have I.
frequently.
Again,
So
I haven't
it's
seen any
yeah.
updates. I have,
Facebook feeds are a clusterfuck.
Let's see. Not a single post in Shroud of the Avatar, at least the Shroud of the Avatar on Facebook that I follow, that everybody else follows. You know why? Because nobody has the official Shroud of the Avatar marked because they don't take ownership of it. They don't own their own Discord. They don't own their own Facebook. They don't own, when you don't take the ownership.
It's because they think things are harder than they are. It's really what it is.
Anyway, still, again, I'm looking at and I have all this. Not a single post that I could see in the alerts on the official forums. I'm going to hit the main page and just hit the updates to see on the main page all updates, whether there's anything stating that, but there's nothing on the main page. So basically, zero news. Facebook,
I'm scrolling through my.
Go play that
lots
new
of
Facebook game out there because again, marketing. I'm tired of this. I really am. Anyway, moving right along. Time to tell you folks about some fun stuff, at least some useful stuff, in my opinion. You can use the NBNN Shroud of the Avatar app to go out there and read all this stuff because you can actually get out to social media. You can read the forums, or probably the best place to get some of your news is the NBNN Daily Britannian, published 7 days a week for your reading enjoyment. News from Shroud of the Avatar and beyond, and much, much more. Radio stations, forums, pictures, shopping, discords, you name it, it's out there. If you think it needs to be there, let us know. We'll get it for you. Available in the Google Play, the Apple iTunes, or the Amazon App Stores. And of course, the NBNN Shroud of the Avatar Community Calendar is out there. Brought to us every day by Hometown Hero, and it's Monday, so not a whole heck of a lot going on out there in the world.
What are you talking about?
Tell us
whole
about
lot? I gotta wait for the calendar to load. Don't forget, it's Monday.
Monday.
Yep. The NBNN Community Calendar. The NBNN Community Calendar is an aggregate of all of the available Google Public Calendars related to Shroud of the Avatar. If you have a Google Public Calendar related to Shroud and you want it connected, or allows to connect it to this one, you need to email him, or if you even want to add events to the NBNN Shroud of the Avatar Community Calendar, email him. news@nbnn.info. Info, not .com. That goes to something completely different.
Need your info, go to nbnn.info. That's right.
Yeah. Monday through Friday, 12s and 6s. Round the clock, or especially whenever we feel like it. We do this thing called lunch on Radio Free Britannia.
WRFB.
In repeats. Yep. At 7:30, there is some PvE going on with Sinif Odinson. And then at 9 o'clock in the town of Verit Chaos at the Pub of Extraordinary Thought, Ander Tiana Zerzaz is doing some wonderful things. Yeah, Zazar is whatever. I can't remember what his last name is. I know it starts with a Z and ends with the Z. Zoinks. Yep. And then the final event is on Radio Free Britannia, and that is the Weckard Womb.
RFB, that's right. Don't forget you're watching Lunch with Laz and Jack right here on NBNN.info, twitch.tv/Cynesis, twitch.tv/NBNN News. Catching us in replays on YouTube or on the radio. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. We do appreciate you all out there. And of course, thank you for all you supporters who help keep us going. You can cheer with bits on the streams live. You can toss some cryptocurrency over on that guy's stream. M60.
I'll take it all.
Better late than never, brother. Always great to see you out there. Always great to see the wonderful M60.
No, they don't have one. They don't have one.
Telegram?
But they should.
Candygram.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, strippergrams as well. They would need those as well. I mean, but yeah, it is one where it's like,
you donate enough, he'll come do a strippergram right for you. Don't worry about that. You can also become a patron at patreon.com/NBNN. Click on any of our websites. Click on those donate links. Or use your Amazon Prime accounts. You get free subs every month to your favorite streamer. And of course, you got to use that every month. So take a few minutes, come on in, drop them down on our shows. We'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. The Airy Fund. Become a supporter today and play for a cause. Still no final numbers from Thex. Haven't seen him yet. But we will get those out for you. Of course, the latest in community causes and events. TheAiryFund.org. SodaCon Austin 2018. Gonna be a hoot. Tickets are on sale. Of course, late bloomer tickets are available through October 1st. Go to SodaConAustin.org for the latest information and tickets. Legit from Hometown Hero. And I tell you what, I'm vaping that stuff because it is legit. 120 milliliters, $17.99. That price, if you vape, you know, is a great price. And of course, that's for 2 of those bottles. And 20% off, that's an even better price if you click on the links on NBNN or use the promo code NBNN when you check out. You'll save 20% off your purchase at Hometown Hero. Coil more wands, putting the magic in your hands. Schroeder's Music Service, putting the music in your ears. The Britannian Mining Company, putting those crafting goods in your pocket, of course, for a fee. If you're looking for the finest in materials and plenty of stock, go check out Black Rock Cove, because the Britannian Mining Company's got you covered. Located in the Quell region, next to the town of Exeter, and conveniently located next to the Exeter and Elysium mines. Relics by Rild for all your licensed Shrouded Avatar swag. If you're looking for t-shirts like I wear, hats, like, no, not this hat, patches, and much, much more, Relics by Rild's got you covered. You got that. That's not from Relics by Rild. Come on. Now.
Oh, yeah, no, it definitely is
definitely not. But much, much more over at Relics by Rild. And, of course, you want to save some money on checkout. Mention us, use the promo code NBNN, you'll save 10% off your purchase at relicsbyrild.com. Folks, who else out there is doing this for you? Who else is getting you deals at Relics by Rild, deals on your vape juice, and even deals on Shroud Marketplace sometimes? Of course, WRFB for all your radio entertainment throughout the day. And last but not least, that's right, that marketplace. You know, where else are you going to be able to get all the latest and greatest goods if you missed them the first time?
I know.
Around?
Anything and everything Shroud related can be bought or sold. And it's so easy to register as a vendor at Shroud Marketplace. You register for an account, then you click on that vendor registration, and then you sell stuff. I mean, what'd you sell this weekend?
I sold a Mardi Gras Oktoberfest bundle.
you sold something this weekend.
I sold an Oktoberfest bundle. And then I accidentally delivered them the Mardi Gras bundle. And then I had to go back and switch it out for the proper bundle. But that's right. You're looking for all sorts of stuff. You're going to tell them all a little bit more about it, I'm sure. That's right.
Absolutely. I mean, anything and everything game related, from accounts to game gold, Crowns of the Obsidian, cheaper than you can get off the add-ons, or all the way to services.
Crowns of the Obsidian. Down
over
to under
actually
50
it's
cents.
over 120 registered vendors. I mean, it's really crazy.
Yeah. This is where you
And
wanna
anything
go
and everything.
to
I mean,
sell
it's like
your
you look at the fact that Laz is selling some commission-free vendors. You've got the founder town deed that is the tax-free place,
I'm not
truly
selling
place
that.
anywhere.
That
That
me.
is caffeines.
Okay, I
That
was
is
gonna
from
say, you
Caffeine
said
Swears.
Laz is selling, and then you went right to that. No, Laz is not selling.
No.
I got
Laz is selling some
vendors.
commission-free vendors.
I got
I-
town lots, I got
Yeah.
village lots, I got row lots. Just not
Yeah,
that elusive tax-free founders one. It's not that one.
I know. Anything and everything game related can
Hey,
be
you wanna
bought
buy
or
a
sold
I'll
as
sell you
long
a
as it's
duck.
not. Yep. Not only that, you should envy.
Envy, come on! You
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
got a crap load of stuff that you just got taken
I
up space in that
shitload of
tax
stuff.
box.
It's like you get to.
And you know
put
what?
it
There
up
are
there.
plenty of people who want that stuff that we deem useless.
Oh, dude! The fact that 500 sausages
The fact
and the
that
fact that
Dragon Bone Thrones sell
Dragon
on
Stew.
Shroud Marketplace. That's right. The fact that those
Hey, it's like,
sell
yeah.
is all we really need to know. But that's right.
Yeah, it's. Yeah.
A shitload of onyx probably will sell. Listen, I sell ore. Ask Jack. I sell copper ore and iron ore, man, at $70 for
Yeah.
10,000, and and it goes, man. As soon as
10,000,
I get it out there,
$70,
it goes.
yeah.
It goes quick. So stuff like that, especially for that crafting and enchantment stuff, is probably be a hot. I don't deal in that myself, but that's another whole story. But again, I do deal in all this other stuff. And yes, no matter how much that I may complain about certain things, folks, I am still a staunch supporter and backer. We may not be happy at times, but, at least we're here to tell you how we feel about it. We're not censored.
Unlike Laz, I signed up for the subscription because I see it as additional value for my buck.
No. See, again.
I disagree with Laz. I disagree with Laz on
you know
the
what?
subscription.
And I still disagree with it. It doesn't mean I didn't sign up for one.
Okay.
But you know what? Did I
I
sign up for 9 that I pay every month for? Fuck no. You know what? So, like everybody else said, you know what? I used to pay for 9 accounts. Well, now you got $9 on one account. So what did you rather have, my $9 sub or my $45 plus every month? Well, you know what? Guess what you did?
Hey, man.
Bang. Shot yourself
I miss
in
my
the
store
foot
credit.
again. Because I'm not going to miss out on all
credit.
the goodies. I'm
Yeah.
too tied into all this to miss out on those goodies. I may be crazy, but I ain't stupid. So I signed up for the main account. But again,
Well,
I'm still
crazy
pissed
and
off
stupid.
about it. I still don't like it. I still disagree with it. And yes, it is optional. But anyway, with that all said, we are well beyond today's time. And of course, thankfully, I know the guy who owns the radio station and two guys who run the show. So.
And since we didn't get this in on the intro at the beginning, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. That guy's Laz, and I'm Jack.
That's right. We'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN. Stay tuned for the latest, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye. Suck it, crafters.
Suck it.
Suck it, gamers.